Yo, hobby friends, King NASCAR here. Today I am on location with a PSA reveal with my buddy Bubba. There he is. Say hi, Bubba.
Hi, Bubba.
Actually, really, his name is Mike. But we got a bunch of tickets today from PSA, and some of these tickets actually belong to Mike. So we are going to show you guys what we got. We already know the grades, and we're pretty happy with what we got. So let's get going. I'm going to use my handy dandy Swiss knife. So let's see if we can cut this thing here. And I'm gonna let Mike do the hard work.
All right.
And open things up. So Mike, go ahead and let's see what we got.
All right, let's see what we got.
You need to hurry up, boy.
Hush. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Got a
Oh,
bunch of
there's some
stuff
big
in
stuff
here.
in there.
There's some big stuff in here. Let's see what we got.
All right. I'll tell you what, I'll move this box out of the way because we're gonna put these cards on the table here. And you know, we are at High Point Pizza, by the way. That's where we are at the location.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite pizza places in Memphis.
Well, these two are these are the Chiefs tickets
Well, show them to me, Mike.
for the longest game in NFL history. Chiefs and Dolphins. Those are two tickets. I've had those a long time. I'm sure glad you helped me get those graded. That's pretty nice grades too.
That's awesome, dude. I love those tickets.
And they're complete tickets. They're not the stubs either. That's kind of amazing to me
That's awesome.
when I bought them. But that's
So set them right over here, Mike.
I'll do it.
Set them out. So that way we can, at the end, we can show all the tickets. we
Sure.
got.
All righty. And then what do we have here?
All right, show us what
This is
you
your
got.
200 Winston.
Oh, is that one of my tickets?
That is Dale Earnhardt's last win.
Yep, I was at that race. That's Dale Earnhardt's last win
Man, that's big.
in Talladega. That's a really nice ticket. It's a stub. That may be one of the tickets that from where we actually went to the race.
That's a good grade too.
Yeah, check it out. It's a PSA 9.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
That is great. There's the next one, the 73 American 500, North Carolina. Benny Parsons wins championship. That's another good looking
Oh yeah,
ticket.
that's when Benny Parsons got in a wreck,
That's a good looking.
and they took it behind the wall, fixed his car, he came back out, and he earned just enough points to win the championship. So that's pretty neat. Let me look at that. That's pretty cool. All right. So what we got next, Mike?
We got the 85 Southern 500, Darlington. Bill Elliott wins. Winston Million.
Yep, that was the inaugural year of the Winston Million, and Bill Elliott won the $1 million at that race. I've got the other two tickets from the other two races he won, so I probably will do a showcase of those. But that's pretty cool.
Well, that's another good.
That got a PSA 4, so that's
That's a nice looking.
a nice
stub
ticket.
there. Yeah.
all right. So what we got next?
85 Winston 500, Bill Elliott winner, 1985. That's another good one. Good ticket.
Yeah, that's a cool ticket right there. That's the Winston 500. Trying to remember what happened at that race. 85. Oh, this is part of the Winston Million. And this is the race where Bill Elliott was almost 2 laps down. And he came back under green and won the race. He made up 2 laps under green. And that's unheard of. And there's no way you can do that today. So that is absolutely, that was one of the most amazing races. All right, what we got next?
Right. This is the 2024 NASCAR Hall of Fame induction.
Ah, cool.
Allison, Johnson.
Yep, I went to that. That's when Jimmy and Donnie Allison and Chad Canals were inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. That's a ticket. And what
That's
did that
another
get?
nice one too.
Got an 8. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
All right,
that's another good one. Let's
put
see.
that down.
2023 NASCAR Awards. This is from Nashville. That's a nice looking ticket. That's a 7 too.
That's a cool ticket. Yeah.
That's a great ticket.
And you know what? It's so shiny.
It's shiny.
It's very shiny.
You love the new shiny
I
stuff.
like shiny. So yeah, it's 2023 NASCAR Awards. It got a 7. And if you look at that, that's actually a very nice ticket.
That's a good ticket. That's a 7.
All right, what we got next?
83 Bobby Allison Appreciation Dinner. Well, that's neat.
Yeah,
And
I
this
saw
is
that on
an 8.
eBay.
That's an 8 also. Here, you're going to put it.
You can do it. Yeah,
But you can
yeah,
see
that's
up
cool.
there.
That way we
There you go.
kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a Bobby Allison appreciation dinner in Birmingham. Of course, you know, he's one of the Alabama gang. And it got what it got, an 8? That's actually
It's an
nice.
8. That's a real nice one.
I thought that was pretty cool getting that on eBay. I just thought it was a neat looking ticket. Like, you just don't ever see them.
No, I've never seen one. That was, may not have looked hard enough, but sure didn't see it. And here's a 2024 Brickyard 400. Kyle Larson was the winner. That's another PSA 8. That's a great ticket, too.
That's a really cool ticket. They finally went back to doing the Brickyard 400. You know, they did the Brickyard 400, then they went and started doing the road course at Indy. Then they finally went back to the real track. So I like that. So that got a PSA 8.
8, that's nice.
Yeah, I like that. So what's the next one we got, Mike?
This one here is the Phantom game, the 1974 All-Stars versus the NFL. This is a college game, college and pros they used to play. They didn't play this one. I thought it was because they had just finally canceled it, but that's when we found out there was a strike that year. The players were having a work stoppage, the pros did.
That's cool, man. What did he get? He got a PSA 4.
Got a 4. It's a whole ticket. Of course, it wasn't used, but I think that's a neat looking ticket, especially for something back in the 70s.
Yeah, that's one of your tickets.
Yes, that's definitely one of mine. I love that ticket.
That's awesome.
I can't tell I'm kind of a Dolphin fan.
All right, so we got another box here with some smaller slabs.
Let's see what we got left. Let's see what we got in here.
Yeah, I think this was a 16 ticket order.
That's a there we go. Here's some, what we got? Let me see. 1975 Wilkes 400. That's a nice one. That's it. Richard Petty, career win 175.
Yeah, that's one of the milestone wins for Richard
Yeah,
Petty.
that's a nice card there.
That is, it's a PSA 3.
God, it's a good looking stuff.
But it's a pretty cool. It's North Wilkesboro. It's Richard Petty's 175th win. So I had that ticket and I thought, you know, that's kind of a milestone. So I got to grade it.
Well, here's 1966 Nashville 400. Richard Petty winner. This is a great. I don't know the back, but I say that's a great looking stub there on the front to get a 1. But it looks like somebody must have had it stuck in something. But that's a great. The front looks fantastic on that, especially in 1966.
Yeah, this is Marty Robbins' debut at Nashville. So you know,
okay.
Marty Robbins, the country singer, he always said that he always wanted to, race Richard Petty.
That's so great.
So cool.
So here is 1975 World 600. Another Richard Petty winner. And this is a Daryl Earnhardt Cup Series debut.
Yeah, that's a big ticket there.
That's a huge ticket with a 3. That's a nice,
It sure is.
good looking ticket.
Yeah, this is Dale Earnhardt's Cup debut in the NASCAR Cup Series at Charlotte in 1975. Richard Petty won the race, and Dale Earnhardt started his first race. How ironic is that? That's kind of like when Richard Petty had his last race in Atlanta, and he handed it off to Jeff Gordon, and that was Jeff Gordon's first race. So, yeah, that's a big, big ticket right there, and they're very hard to find.
That's a good looking ticket. And then these last two are from the same game. This is 1995 St. Louis Rams and the Miami Dolphins. This was Don Shula's last victory.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
And this is the one I actually went to. I've had these tickets for a long time. They look good. I guess the corners are a little worn. I didn't take good enough care of them, but I love those tickets. Just having part of that history there.
Well, you know, the good thing about it is they exist.
They exist. I love it.
So
I
that's
just
cool.
love those.
So
Those
they-
are beautiful.
So
My
they
wife-
got a PSA 2, but
They look okay though. They're not bad.
yeah, no, they look great.
Yeah,
I mean, they
I like
present
the way
very
they
well.
look. Yeah, I like the way they look. These all look great. These are a good bunch of tickets.
Yeah, I like that, man. That's super cool. All right, so I think that's about all we've got.
Yeah, that's it. I believe. Unless I missed something.
I'm sitting here trying to throw slabs around, trying to make
you go.
ninja slabs. But here, let me go kind of pan out and see if I can get a bigger view. There you go. And then there's our take-home pizza that we've got from High Point Pizza. There's my knife, and we'll do one quick shot of Mike again. Hi, Mike. Bye, Mike. But really a great submission. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe. And from Cardinal, Mike, and myself, we will check you folks later.